Hello everyone, welcome back to another Amigos Plays. I'm Aaron. Tonight we'll be taking a look at the Atari arcade conversion of Pit Fighter. Pit Fighter was a game released in the arcades in 1990. It made its way to the Amiga in 91 by way of Domark. We did a few conversions from back in the day. I had planned on saving this one until our arcade classics conversion show. So I thought, what the hell? I had a message from a rampant contributor to our videos called Daniel Cordell. He mentioned this, and I'd not played the Amiga version, so I figured, let's go ahead and give it a shot. So, cool music. We're going to pick our guy. Now, I would think I would pick Buzz, but Kato is my guy from back in the day. I'm a big Bruce Lee fan, so I always liked the martial arts guy. I did play this in the arcades a little bit, and when it came out, it was a pretty big deal in terms of the way it looked. You'll have to recall that this does proceed. This is the earlier game from Atari that before your Mortal Kombat and whatnot. This was a big deal. In fact, this is only the second game ever to use digitized graphics. The first one was a game in Japan. The name fails me. It was like Chinese Exorcist or something like that. As I mentioned, as we get into this here, Domark was a oft conversion house for Atari and Tengen, which are basically the same thing. They did hard drive and Clax, among others. So right away, I can, if you've played this in the arcade, and as I said here, trying to go through this, the controls are rough. In the arcade, you've got 3-button controls. Rather, I made quick work of the guy, to be fair, so I did better than I thought I would. In the arcade, there are 3 buttons. It's a punch, kick, and jump, and you go through there. And this, as best I can tell, you hold the button down and move directions for one set of controls and let the button up and move directions for another set, which is sometimes a pretty decent way to go, but this is tough. This is awful fast. The premise of this game is, this guy gives me trouble sometimes. The premise of this game is that you're a fighter fighting for a prize fighter, fighting for money in a no-holds-barred, anything-goes pit fight, which is, I guess, sort of like a no-holds-barred mixed martial arts fight. This is really before mixed martial arts was a thing, obviously, since this was 1990. I believe the first MMA I started seeing outside of the UFC was your Pancrase in Japan. And I'm sure if you were a fan of the old UFO promotion, some of the old wrestling promotions that mixed in MMA, you may have seen it earlier than that. Hey, I'm on a roll here. I'm having a hell of a time picking stuff up. Now, if this is who I think it is, I love this scene, this inexplicable scene where you're in a warehouse and a girl raises you up over appearing cash. Oh, jeez. Okay, I've got to fight to knock someone down. This is not my forte. Mirror match. Oh, not good. Well, this does not look good for me. Shoot. Well, that didn't take long. Let's see if it makes me continue or just lets me go from there. Jeez. You loser. That's a little rough. I have no idea what he said. I think maybe I'm waiting. Oh, God. This chick is bad news. She is tough as nails. Let's see if we can give her a run from... Oh, well, I was half dead. Let me try it again here. Again, this game made a bit of a splash in the arcade, but it was also well known for being a tough game to control and an all-around B-grade game. I mean, I'm just going to come out and say it. It was not thought of well, at least in my circles or in a magazine. It was just not... Atari was on the right track. It just wasn't smooth enough to be playable. The Amiga version here, it does have the crowd, which a lot of versions don't have. It does have the weapons. It does have this chick just kicking the snot out of me with those stupid boots. This is humbling. It's International Women's Day, and this lady is making her presence felt by just kicking the snot out of me. But, oh god. The throws, the jumping is floaty. The throws are absurd. You can get thrown when you're really sort of nowhere near the other character, which is an irritant. And it's just hard, and I'll tell you what doubles up the difficulties, the fact that you have to use one button. This game does not lend itself well to play on the Amiga with its one button setup. I've played a few other home ports of this, and really, I'm not sure I've ever played one that was very good. This one's actually not bad. I mean, all things considered. It's got multiplayer. It's got the crowd. I don't know if the knife girl and knife guy are there. They're in the arcade. If you get too close to the crowd, some dudes can come out and stab you. Man, she's just Hurricane Rana. See, I wish I could have. I almost got her. Here we go. The nearest facsimile to this game was a game that was released on the Xbox back in the day, the original Xbox, and it was called I think it was called Def Jam Fight for New York. And this game, the Xbox, the original Xbox, did not get a wrestling game worth of crap. And so when I picked this game up, I had been told, it's like, this is as good as you could get on a wrestling game. And so, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not a big rap guy. I'm not a big, I'm not knowledgeable about the various rap artists. I knew a few guys in there. It was like Henry Rollins, I knew him, or Flavor Flav, or guys like that, But I'll have to tell you, when I got this game, I thought to myself, my God, this is Pit Fighter done right. I mean, you fight in clubs, you fight in arenas where the crowd can get involved. They'll hand you stuff, they'll grab you while the other guy beats you. It also has weapons, and there were various fighters in it are rap artists that are based on wrestlers. And I've read that the engine for it was taken from a wrestling game, and so it makes sense because they do a bunch. And it's over the top as hell. But I mean, if you ever want to play a Pit Fighter game where you can play multiple people, well, that's how I end my continues here. I think I'm going to try at least one other guy here. But if you ever want to play a wrestling game or a fighting game where it's like Pit Fighter done right, I mean, just over the top, and the rap guys, I don't know how close these guys are to their, the guy they're based on. I don't know if the guy's voice were, but I mean, they're really entertaining and funny. Not for kids, oh yeah. Had to start over here. I got the wrong guy. Let me try it again here. But it's a good game. Def Jam Fight for New York. If you can find it, we're gonna go with Buzz. Oh look, he broke the. That's a great touch. He breaks his own little box. Also, some of the bad guys in this. There's a couple guys. There's a military guy whose name fails me, and he looks like the biggest nerd. And I'm like, how is this guy kicking my butt? Buzz looks like just a jacked up, muscle-bound, doofus, like British bulldog or something, just like top-heavy as hell. I'm getting crushed. I was doing better. I do like this one thing he did in the arcade was he often just would pose. The other, the kickboxer has this thing where after he does a series of moves, he holds his hand up in the air like ah. But I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's random. The controls are tough. I'm trying to get a beat on what I'm doing, and it's not easy. I suppose if you sat and played this long enough, you could get good at it. If you have an infinite patience. But I do not. I read that a sequel was planned for this. It was even written about in a magazine, and it never turned up. Southside. Let's see what we got here. So I don't know if they just decided to can it because it wasn't popular enough, or who knows, is what happens to these things. This thing got a lot of ports. Aside from the Amiga and the Atari ST, you have your Amstrad, C64, DOS, Game Boy, Lynx, the Master System, Mega Drive / Genesis, the ZX Spectrum, and the Super Nintendo. I would love to see what the Amstrad, the C64 Lynx versions of this look like. They can't be good. It's just horrible. I know the arcade of this had 8 additional characters. I honestly haven't gotten far enough to know how many this one's got. I know it's got Executioner, Southside Jim, and Angel. And we know it's got Masked Warrior. So I don't know if the ones that are in question are CC Rider, Mad Miles, Heavy Metal, and Chainman Eddie. So we'll see if we can get far enough to see these guys. I'm not making any promises, frankly. To be honest with you, but we will give it a shot. The fact that you can play multiple people I think is a neat bit. The fact that you can have 4 active characters on the screen at once is something of an anomaly and impressive, really, if you consider the year this was released. Well, beat that guy. I guess I got one thing going for me. Better at that. Totally Studley. God, I would love to have that explained to me. Oh, here we go with that again. Look for the power pill. There's some speculation that I'll look for the power pill. It looks like Buzz has found many power pills in his lifetime. Maybe that's why they call him Buzz. This chick is, she literally knocked my spirit out of me. She's just brutal. We're going to try a 4-way dance here. I don't have a partner, but I'll line somebody up here and just let them get pummeled. Oh, double Executioner action. So it's the Executioners, our legitimate tag team. So there's the other fighter we haven't looked at, Ty. And he's the kickboxer. He's going to lumber around like an idiot while I deal with these 2 Executioners. The fact that you can't tell these guys apart is a problem. I can see where it gets confusing. And they probably shouldn't have had 2 of the same character on the screen at once if they didn't have a palette swap. But I guess that at this point that's nitpicking. I'm thinking what games after this use this sort of play style, with the exception of Def Jam. I can't think of too many that were coming down this path with the crowd interaction and stuff. It's just, it's an unusual fight element that really wasn't explored fully. I know Atari released a game. It was called like Warriors of the Hood or Heroes of the Hood, where they used this technology and made a side-scrolling beat-em-up, and it didn't do well. I guess it was their attempt at like a final fight, so yeah, we did it. Let's see if we can see some different people here. Let's see if Todd does what he does in the arcade, just sort of hangs his head like a loser. Yeah, I love it. Alright, we'll give this one more a whirl. Oh, there's Mad Miles, so we know he's in the game. I would not be surprised if all the guys are in here, but sometimes they leave out a couple, and they're usually the guys up in this area. Mad Miles, what a nerd. It's not looking good, folks. I like how the guy just lifts out of there. I'm not going to lose this guy. There you go, eat a little something. Oh no. No. Oh. Well, when you lose to Mad Miles, it's time to quit, y'all. This is Aaron from the Amigos. I hope you enjoyed this quick look, and we'll try it again next time. Have a good night, everybody. Adios.